second to see if we can get, oh, there we go. So YouTube's up and Facebook's up. So let's pray that they both stay. So welcome, whether you're joining us on YouTube or Facebook. I always love having both audiences here with us live at the same time. Tonight we are going to be talking about intermittent fasting and the emotional journey that often accompanies us as we are going through our process of learning how to intermittent fast and intermittent feast as a way to improve our health and overall well-being. So if you are new, please take a second to hit that like button if you are on Facebook. And as always, I appreciate if you hit those likes throughout the broadcast. Make sure you say hello, introduce yourself, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. We'll address those at the end. And for my folks on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button. Again, those likes always help us in the social media world as far as helping other women find us and find our broadcast. So those are always appreciated. And again, please feel free to introduce yourself. Let me know if you've been in a class of ours, what month you were in. If you're in our alumni course, let me know if you've ordered one of our intermittent fasting for today's Aging Women t-shirts. The orders for those will be closing out tonight. So if you haven't ordered one yet, make sure you get that done. And then, like I said, toward the end, I'll go ahead and welcome everyone. Really quickly, I always like to introduce myself in case you are new. My name is Diane. I am a 50-year-old mother of two and wife. I have been struggling with my own sort of health issues as I have become as I'm becoming an aging woman, and used intermittent fasting as a means to heal myself. And now I teach women how to do what I did as a way to learn how to juggle feasting, or I guess food, social life, and a way to have our body in a position where we are looking and feeling our best and living our most authentic life. And I have been doing this through various means of nutrition and fitness for the past 25 years. So this is a very comfortable arena for me. And I was able to really kind of pay it forward and share my journey as I was going through it the last couple of years with some health issues that I had that I've been able to reverse. So today we are going to talk specifically about the emotional journey that a lot of us go on as we start intermittent fasting. I talk a lot about fasting and how the concept of intermittent fasting and feasting on nutrient-dense foods is a pretty simple concept, but it can be very difficult for a lot of women. And the difficulty lies not so much in what is in the black and white concept of fasting and feasting, but what it is we bring to the situation as far as our own emotional situation and where we kind of lie with our relationship with food. And in the course, both courses, we do it in the beginner course and as well as the alumni course. The alumni course, we go a little deeper in it, but we talk a lot about our food story and how our food story is really the reason why we're in the position we are today with maybe some health issues that we have, or some of the situations that we have with not being as successful as we would have liked to have been with some of the nutritional journeys that we have been on throughout our life as women. And so what often happens when we start doing something like fasting, especially intermittent fasting, or even maybe some prolonged fasting that you might have taken part in, is that we remove the one thing that has been the constant comfort for us as women, and that's food. And so as we're going through our fasting journey and we are having to consciously walk away from food or set ourselves up to where we can no longer just sort of reach for that quick fix comfort kind of thing, or that means to become very unconscious in what it is that we're doing throughout a stressful situation or perhaps an emotional situation or a really hard time that we're dealing with, those things start to really kind of come to the surface for us. And we become a lot more aware of those times where we reach for food as comfort, or reach for food as a maybe even just a short-term solution to a problem. And then we kind of get out of that stressful or emotional situation and we have that moment of realization about what we just did. And it's a very real thing. It's a very common thing. It's a very understandable thing. But what we have to do, if we really want to end that cycle and be in a position where we can utilize something like intermittent fasting as a means to heal our bodies, not just physically, but maybe even emotionally for some of us, then we have to be able to let those things come to the surface and then learn how to deal with them. And oftentimes, when we're involved in a group, which is why we love having the environment that we have here, and even more so privately in the groups that we teach with intermittent fasting for women, is that you can be in an environment where you can openly share some of those things that you're going through, and then realize that you're probably not the only woman that's going through it. And when you're in a group of people, or you have some confidants or some people that you can just kind of say, hey, you know, I was in this situation and I did X, Y, Z, and man, I just had this aha moment of I've been doing that my whole life, and I really need to come to grips with that if I'm really going to change. And having people support you is really a great way to get through some of this emotional baggage that oftentimes we've been carrying around for a really long time. I know that I personally have had situations or maybe seasons in my life where I have been in that same position where I've, you know, maybe filled a void with food. I know I've definitely done it with exercise before, where I've probably been over-exercising as a means to sort of numb some things that I might have been going through emotionally. And sitting here today at 51, feeling pretty healed about a lot of things that I've gone through in my life, through lots of therapy and lots of work, knowing, you know, in hindsight, you know, some of the positions that I had been in and how unhealthy some of the positions that I put myself in, and with talking with thousands of women, can see this sort of pattern of what happens to us as women. Oftentimes it happens because, again, like I said, our food story, maybe the way we've been conditioned to feel around food, maybe because we've been rewarded with food, or maybe we've been comforted by food, or maybe we've been disciplined with food. And all of those things connect us emotionally to one of the most abused drugs that we have in our society today, and that is food. We don't ever think of it that way, but it is that thing that causes a chemical reaction in our body, both physically and emotionally, and does make us feel good. And that's a very real feeling. Just like alcoholism or drug abuse, they all are those numbing sort of things that that we can very easily use to avoid having to deal with the situation. The worst part about food is that you can't escape it. So you can't just say, I'm not going to be around food, if food is one of those things that's causing you to be out of the position that you want to be in with your health and wellness. If you have a situation, you know, we talk a lot about our wine habits as women, and how you can just, you know, not bring wine into the house or create some boundaries around wine. But food is that thing that it's everywhere. And we're coming up on the holiday season, and oftentimes the holiday season can be that time too where emotions are stirred up because we have to maybe put ourselves in a position with people we don't have the healthiest relationships with, or we have to butt heads with maybe some of those stronger female relationships that we have in our family that don't always go so well, or just it maybe just brings up stuff from our past. And so I know for a lot of people, the holiday season can be a very stressful time, and food is in abundance around the holidays because that's what we use to celebrate and have our ceremonial things and our traditions. And so be aware if you do tend to turn to food as a stress number or a stress reliever. Make sure that you are fully conscious during these next few months that are coming up, and identify maybe those situations where you're almost vulnerable to be in a position where you turn to food as opposed to turning to what it is that you want to have for your life as a way to escape, and turn to a support group. Turn to people who will understand what you're going through, and turn to someone who you can confide in and maybe will understand and offer you support, because because they're in the same position. There's no shame in it whatsoever. Like I said, it is very common. I have been through those situations myself. And it is something that is you're going to be so much better off if you just realize it and then do what it takes to get yourself out of it. Fasting can be that thing that can be a big relief or a big healing opportunity, because like I said, fasting and feasting can be that thing that if you look at it as it is, a very simple concept of picking a period of time during your day where you're just not eating, and then picking a time during your day where you're going to make sure that you're eating nutrient-dense foods that are going to fuel your body and make you strong and healthy. If you concentrate on those two things as opposed to concentrating on those outside factors that might be distracting you emotionally, that could be a time, and this could be a tool that could really get you through a season that might otherwise have in the past served you in maybe a little bit more of a negative way, or a way that maybe you've regretted come January. And what I would really hope for this environment of women here is that when it comes to January, that we are empowered and we're strong and we're feeling great about what we experienced during this holiday season, because we have a community that we can rely on to get us through. I know I have my own family stuff as well, as far as holidays go. And so I really have, and my family, my son and my daughter and my husband, we really make it a point to make sure that our holidays are our holidays, and that we've created some traditions for ourselves and some family things that we do, so that we don't necessarily have to drudge up some things from the past, or some situations from childhood or whatever that we don't want to deal with. And we are trying to make an environment that's really healthy for our own family as well. So everyone has them. Everyone has that a little emotional situation. And when you're really trying to focus on the fasting, like I said in the beginning, and you're putting yourself in a position where you cannot rely on food because decisions that you're making, don't be surprised if some of those emotions rise up, because instead of numbing them, you're going to be forced to deal with them. And that can be one of those things that might be a little shocking about fasting, because we're thinking that we're just doing something to burn off some fat or create some energy for ourselves, or maybe help with some health conditions, and we don't think about the fact that some of that emotional stuff might rise up to the top as well. But it's okay. Make sure that you are gathered around a group of people that can get you through it. Join a support group, talk to some girlfriends, and do some research on it and see if there's some information that you can find that might help you with some tips to get through as well. If you're looking for some support that's a little more formal, we are running 2 groups. We've created a sort of condensed intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course for November. Our goal is to teach you how to intermittent fast safely and healthy through the holiday season. You'll have all the same tools as our regular course, but we're just shortening it down and focusing a little bit on the holidays, and some things that you can do to even maybe create some new traditions for you and your family that are going to be geared towards your new lifestyle as an intermittent fasting woman, and some traditions that you can create for maybe your families that they can carry on for their families as well. We will start that November 4th. So we will run that right through the day after Thanksgiving. So you'll be supported all the way through. And then for our students who've already finished that course, there's no need to take that one again. We are offering a course in November for our alumni group as well, so that you can be supported in that arena, both places. And of course, we'll be here for you as well if you can't join a course. So we just want you to know that we understand, and that we will be here for you, and that it is totally normal if some of those emotional things start to creep up as you change what it is that you're doing habit-wise with food. If you're not turning to food to kind of numb yourself with some things that you're feeling, then those feelings are going to stay there, and that this is the time that we're actually going to have to learn how to deal with them, maybe in a more long-lasting way than just using food. So I'm going to jump on here and say hello to everyone. I'm going to jump on to Facebook really quickly and say hello to everyone. Faith, hello. Michael, my husband's here. Kara's here. Suzanne, hello. Minia, glad to have you here. Cheryl, hello. Stacy, hello. Linda, in the alumni course, have ordered 2 t-shirts. Okay, so we're going to close out the ordering tonight, and then I'm going to do something. We'll have to do a little hashtag or something so you guys can take your pictures of yourselves in your shirts and we can see all of you. Alumni VIP, glad to be here. Awesome. Peggy, hello. Jacqueline, hello. 55 years old. Well, hello, Jacqueline. Lizette, can't wait for the November class. I can't wait to have you guys in. It's going to be super fun. Jody, hi. First time I've been able to be here live in a bit. July and alumni group t-shirt purchase. Thank you for your grace and generosity, Diane. Oh, Jody, you're so welcome. I'm glad you're here live too. I think we might have our little situation fixed, so hopefully we'll be able to consistently be here. Joy, hello. Miramar, hello from the June course. Brandy, August 12th class here, loving the alumni course. Awesome. So glad you're loving it. Ingrid is here. Mary, July 1st class, still fasting 21 and 3 and feeling great. Listening to my body has made all the difference, and I could never thank you enough. Oh, you're thanking me enough by being successful. So I'm super glad that things are working out for you, Mary. Gina, hi, Diane. I'm in the August alumni course and can't say enough good things about this course. I'm really enjoying all the lessons. So awesome, Gina. So glad to hear that. Kara, put the link for the t-shirts if you guys want to get one. Will Anita, hello. Doris, hello. Kelly. Oh, okay, that's Kara. Gina, I ordered a shirt as well. Can't wait to get it. Oh, I can't wait either. My daughter wants us to make one for kids that says, don't talk to her. She's fasting, which I think is pretty funny. And Jerry and Karen, hello. Okay, let's see who's over here on YouTube. And then I got a couple things I want to fill you guys in on. Patty, hello from the UK. Love it when my UK peeps are here. Christine from Australia. Also love it when my Australia people are here. Good evening, Joanne. Ida, hello. Sheila from California is here. 1212 Weaver. Good evening, Diane. What do I drink during my fasting? What do I eat in my feast? That's a lot to answer. My best advice is to join our course and we help you figure that out for yourself. Gwen, great to see you live in the alumni group and really moving forward and backwards, but mostly forward. Okay. That's part of the process, forward and backwards, because remember, life happens, right? And so that's what we're here to help you with. Nothing's perfect. The thing I think we really want to really think about is that not so much that you're moving backwards as it is that you're going through a process. And we don't want to think of anything being a mistake or having any regrets or feeling any guilt. We really want to wipe all of those feelings away and know that you're making decisions. And sometimes those decisions that you make work out better than other times. But it's just a process. And we're going to learn along the way. And sometimes we make decisions based on something that we're feeling in the moment. And that's okay too. We know now how to get ourselves back on track pretty quickly. And so we get past it and we jump right back on. 2 decisions we need to make every day. How long am I going to fast and how well am I going to feast? Stay within those 2 guidelines and you will be okay. Let's see. Where are we at here? I think it was Peggy was last, right? Oh, no, it's Gwen. Okay, Susan, hello from Western Canada. Joined the November 4th class. Oh, yay. So we got a Canadian in the class. That'll be cool. Tori from San Antonio, welcome. Did my first intermittent fasting last week and can feel the difference. Awesome. That's 1212 Weaver. Keep it up. It gets better. Samara, I think it is, from Virginia. Hello. Hello from Deb. Hello, Deb. Haven't seen you for a while. In the September and the alumni group. Marlise, hi. May group alumni. Ines, I ordered a t-shirt. Oh, super excited. I can't wait to see all you beautiful ladies in your shirts. Randy, hi from Baltimore in 9/30/17, alumni group, awesome. Ida from Texas, I came across your YouTube a few days ago and I'm so grateful. I have diverticulitis and I have been in denial. I have issues, but I'm hoping IF will help me. It'll help you, trust me. It seems to help everyone. Kim from San Diego, hello. Kim, where are you in San Diego? That's where I was born and raised. Joanne, will you be making t-shirts and long sleeves? Yes, we are. We're going to do, my goal, if we can keep everything, if we can keep some good orders up for the printer, is to do a new t-shirt every month. And in November, we're going to feature a long sleeve. So we got everybody covered. Marie, alumni course is thebalm.com. Oh, Marie, thank you for saying that. Neri, hello from sunny South Florida. Is stevia okay during fasting? and when someone asks that question, I always ask, you have to figure out what you're fasting for. So if you want to be in a truly fasted state to take advantage of all the health benefits that can be afforded to you when you're in a truly fasted state, then I say no. If you're fasting just to, I don't know, maybe be a little bit more conscious about what it is that you're doing with your nutritional aspect of things, or maybe you're just trying to lose a little body fat, then it's probably okay. What I found is I get a much better fasted state when I clean fast or I'm in a truly fasted state. So I have given up my stevia. I've done it both ways and I feel better without mine. Let's see. I don't have a Facebook page. How do I join a class? 1212 Weaver, you don't have to have a Facebook page. And Kara, I think it's under my name. There's some links right here in the comment section. Just look for one that says IF group join, I think it says. Talk to me, I'm fast. Don't talk to me, I'm fasting. I know, right, that's what my daughter says. Don't talk to her, I'm fasting. So funny. Kim, Carlsbad. Oh, cool. I have family who lived in Carlsbad when I was growing up, and I used to camp at the state beach there when I was in, I think it was when I was in high school. I love Carlsbad. Okay, let's see who else we got over here on Facebook. Hi, Diane. Okay, so for those of you, a couple of you have been asking me about Lynn from Canada. Welcome, girlfriend. Okay, so 1212 Weaver, if you look, there's a link and you were tagged in it, so you can find it for the course. Okay, so my stitches came out today. I don't know if you guys can see that. Barely have a little bit of a mark there. No skin cancer. Super stoked about that. So my dermatologist said everything looks fine. He said my skin looks great, which I always say don't push it because I love the sun. I love the sun. So, but super excited that turned out okay. And then I had a little, I called it a barnacle right here on my hand, and he said that looked fine too, nothing to be concerned about, so he just froze it for me today. So continuing on with my September self-care challenge appointments, this little thing up here has been bothering me for quite a while. It was just kind of a brown spot and then turned a little flaky, and then the last month or so it kind of got a little bump in the middle of it, so I was super scared that something bad was going to come back, and nope. He cut it out and he said everything was fine. So super stoked about that, and he's a super cool guy. So now I feel really comfortable about going in anytime anything's funky, and he said I'm more than welcome to come in anytime. So ladies, don't let little bumps and spots and funky things wear you down. Go get them checked out. It's so much better to get them checked out. And he was really, really he kept telling me, like, confirming that I wouldn't have a scar there. And I'm like, dude, seriously? Like, I will take a scar. Like, I mean, I don't want to have a scar if I don't have to have a scar, but I was so my biggest concern is not having a scar. My biggest concern is taking care of my body and my health. And remember what I always say, the things we do today should be for the life we want to have 10, 20, 30 years down the road, right? If someone would have just told me that when I was in my 20s and I was putting flipping iodine in my baby oil laying out at the beach, like, I wouldn't be so scared today about my skin. But he said I have great skin, and I have the kind of skin that I shouldn't have to worry about too many things, but to keep an eye on stuff. So ladies, get your appointments done. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Go get a mammogram done. If you don't have insurance, Google places that do mammograms for free. Get it done. Don't let it weigh on you. Just get it done. Make any doctor's appointments you've been putting off. Go get your skin checked out. Go get some blood work done. I know a lot of the women in our fasting group, they are running to their doctor's offices getting blood work done because they can't wait to see how amazing the results are. And I think everyone who's gone through our course, who has done follow-up blood work, come back with just raving reviews from their doctors and some really great numbers to report. So it's so not worth it to let those little things weigh you down and oftentimes preoccupy you mentally and emotionally, because they weigh on you and you feel guilty about not taking care of those things. So just get them done, and the sooner you take care of it, then the better chance that things are going to just be okay. And I feel really grateful that came back okay, because I seriously thought they were going to have to go back in and dig some stuff out. But nope, I'm good to go. And a little concealer and a little bit of makeup, and I'll be fine. And I am going to be... I shared with my alumni group some really amazing skincare stuff that I've been using, and I'm going to start doing some YouTube videos over the holidays for you guys too, sharing some stuff that I'm doing with just trying to bring some skincare back into my life and take care of my skin for years to come. And I'll share that with you guys too here as well. So I think that is a big part of some stuff that I'm doing with my skin as far as reversing some of that skin damage that I did when I was younger. So don't let that weigh on you guys. And good nutrition, I always say, good nutrition comes out of your skin, right? And bad nutrition comes out of your skin. So that's where that nutrient-dense food, fasting will definitely do it for you as well. I know a lot of us are using our collagen peptides to keep our skin great. So all of those things, they add up. And if you're putting good nutrient-dense food in your body, it will show on the outside with what you're doing with your skin. So a little off topic, but I wanted to make sure I shared with you guys that I got good news from the dermatologist today when I went in to get my stitches removed. So, okay. So, Neri signed up for the holiday course. Congratulations. Can't wait to have you in the course with us. So, Michael and I are going to be doing a little mock holiday feast for you guys in the holiday course. And don't worry, if you've already taken our course and you're in the alumni course, you will get that information as well. We're going to show you some of the things that we've done and some tweaks we've made to traditional Thanksgiving holidays so that we can stay within the guidelines that we want to stay in for our own personal health and well-being, and some ways that we can still do tradition but kind of make it our own tradition. So we're going to share with you guys some of those things. And Michael makes his own cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving that is to die for. So he'll make that for you guys, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to jump off of here unless you guys have any more questions. Don't worry if some emotional stuff creeps up on you if you've just started fasting. You're taking some of those tools away that you used to turn to when things got stressful or when things got emotional for you. And you're consciously avoiding that sort of habit or go-to because you are practicing fasting, and you're going to put yourself in a position where you don't have food for several hours in your day. It is all normal, and it's okay. If you feel like it's getting to be too much for you, I always recommend going and seeking some professional help, and I'm saying that with the most sincerity I have. I am a huge fan of going to get some counseling done. I've probably been in counseling most of my adult life, and it has definitely served me well. And I do credit a lot of that to being okay with a lot of things that are going on in my life now and how I handle them. If you're, if you have a church person that you can go speak to, women's group, something like that, I always say turn to that too. That can always provide you some nice emotional support and guidance as well. And join a group of like-minded women who are going through some of the things that you're going through as well and can really offer you some support. Sometimes it's just nice knowing you're not alone. And I think that's what's the best part about this community here is we've all become really good, supportive girlfriends, and we know that we're all in this together. And that's what I love most about what we're doing here is everyone is just so supportive. 12 Weaver, will the fasting put my body in starvation mode? No, not at all. We teach you how to do it correctly. You won't go in starvation mode. It's quite the opposite, actually. Brandy, ordered the shirt, had a hard time clicking medium even though I thought that would fit. Ordered the large. This too has been an emotional part. Shop or not shop. Okay, Brandy, here's the thing with those kind of shirts is that I always order those kind of shirts large or extra large because I like them to fit sort of blousey on me. So I'm sure it's going to fit you perfectly and look gorgeous on you. So it's going to be great. And then we'll have shirts every month. We're going to hopefully have a new saying to offer so that you guys, when you start going down in size, you can just order smaller shirts, which which is going to be great too. Okay, so thank you so much for jumping on live with me tonight. Always feel free to come back and leave questions or comments if you'd like. Private message me. My email's everywhere. You can always feel free to email me. If you've joined the course for November, welcome and congratulations. It's going to be an amazing time for you. For those of you who are in the alumni course, we're still going to be hanging out, so don't worry about that. And those of you who are graduating from the first course, you are now eligible to join the alumni course. So I always say jump in November. It's going to be a lot of fun over there as well. Anything else really quick before I jump off? Let's see. Linda, I'm new. Where do I find the shirts? There's a link, Linda, or you, if you go to the shop on the Facebook page, they're in there as well. How long did it take you to start losing weight? Tracy, I fasted incorrectly for a year because I watched all the crazy stuff that I found on the internet. And so my body was really messed up, kind of like sugar-wise. I was insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, just in a bad place. So it took me about a year of kind of trial and erroring before I got it right. And then when I got it right, weight came off almost instantly. I would say the women that are taking our course are, like I said, depending on what they're coming in with as far as their hormonal imbalance and some of the stuff that they're dealing with their own body chemistry, it could take, some women are losing weight the first week. Some women it takes 5 or 6 weeks. So it all just sort of depends on you and where your body is starting out. But everyone ends up feeling better when they end the course, and they're feeling very empowered about what they're doing with their food. So it's all great. Okay. Have a good night, you guys. I will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, YouTube and Facebook. Hopefully we'll get you guys both live tomorrow night as well. So I hope you'll come back and join me. And then, like I said, leave any comments. I will come back and review them and answer them throughout tomorrow. Have a good night.